Here I am again, doing the thing. This time, my alt is in power armor because she has reflective, troubleshooter, luck, and through hikers. I finally pieced it together yesterday. And so now she is going to basically just stand there doing nothing, but being hit occasionally because I wanted her to participate. Of course, I'm going to just position her over here. She's not running. I'm probably not going to comment through most of this because I want her to, or I don't want to make mistakes like I usually do. Like, I forgot to assign these. Yeah, this time I'm going with Holy Fire on the third, so I can collect more fuel. Well, the other thing I thought of is I need to bring up the level of the gain. I was listening to it and I realized it was way too low. So let me change, let me turn off this gain and see how that works. See if it's loud enough now that my voice is more forward in the mix. Okay, I need to sort of get the cycle going here. I'm going to turn off my mic here so you won't hear me when I'm trying to talk. Or maybe I'll just have the discipline to move the mic away and not talk. Or at least not talk very much.
This is an automated message. Evacuation is in progress. Please proceed to the nearest exit in an orderly manner. Alert! Unauthorized personnel detected. Activating defense systems.
Slightly messy there.
Warning, energy usage. Security buffer on. Take shelter immediately.
And I'm still losing frames. I'll turn off Backblaze on the other computer and see if that helps. Whoops. I don't want continuously. I want only when I click back up now. Okay, so pause back up. Okay. We'll see if it stops dropping frames now.
This is an automated message. Evacuation is in progress. Please proceed to the nearest exit in an orderly manner. Alert! Unauthorized personnel detected. Activating defense systems.
wonder if she can survive with the wimpy. I'm gonna try not dumping stim packs from her. I have been dumping everything but supers on her, but I'm gonna try it without it. See if she can handle it. She does have medics, so that does kick in at 50% health.
Warning, energy usage critical. Security buffer on. Take shelter immediately.
I told it to pause. It's in the middle of some big file that it can't pause on. As soon as it's done with that. As soon as it's done with that, it will pause. Let me make sure really quick that she's sharing.
Evacuation is in progress. Please proceed to the nearest exit in an orderly manner.
Always something I forget.
Alert. Unauthorized personnel detected. Activating defense systems.
All right, I was going over here. Forgot about that. I was basically, yesterday I got into the pattern of jumping the same way he does and just parking her there. That way the robot doesn't turn at all to face her. Okay, it looks like it's not killing her. Maybe at 100% health, it's sufficient to overcome, you know, the fact that she's also carrying diluted stim packs. So swap to 3, dead, reward, swap to 1.
Security bunker on. Take shelter immediately.
That way I don't have to do it later. I might just restart the computer over here, because it's being weird. So what I've done is I have quality of service turned on, so I should get access to 40 megabits of bandwidth on the, you know, between me and the internet, despite what any other computer is doing. That's in theory the way it should work. But what I'm seeing is, even though I'm only requesting, currently I'm sending 22 18 megabits. I basically dumbed down the rate. But even then, it seems like I'm still slamming somehow, and it's still dropping frames. I don't know if that has something to do with what I'm doing on the other computer here. Like, does running OBS, or does running, trying to feed this computer with the other one's stream? It shouldn't. I mean, I've had it work just fine before. Watching her health there. Okay, coming back up. Uh-oh, uh-oh. There we go. Oh, come on. Come on, register my hit. Stupid lag. What does that? Why does it do that? And why does it sound like I'm still running it even after I let go of the button? It's very disorienting. Stresses me out. It's like I let go and it's still going. Rah! It's like, no, I let go of the button. Quit doing that. Sort yourself out, stupid program. Also, I'm grumpy because the damn frames keep getting dropped and I don't know why. It makes no sense at all. Plus, lack of restful sleep, perhaps. Yay, about to break 2300. That's nice.
This is an automated message. Evacuation is in progress.
Honestly, if you've been leveling from the beginning and not wasted your perk points along the way, by the time you get up to almost about 1,000, you should have, you should have enough to just, beyond that, it's just bragging rights, really. Oh yeah, I can take those two things. See, I'm talking and I'm being distracted by myself. Whiskey sucker. There we go. That's more like it. As long as I'm at least 50 on strength, I'm happy. Okay, 1, 2. Maybe I'm just going too soon. $308.4. That's nice.
Warning, energy usage critical. Temperatures
Swap to 1.
Unsafe levels. Security bunker online. Take shelter immediately.
Swap to 3, swap to 1. So far, ooh, a rejuvenators. Nice. I'll take that. My sister said she would come play. It's been ages since she's played Fallout 76. She and our mutual friend got really into it there about 4 years ago. 3 years ago, 4 years ago. It was basically just during the time when I think it was called Wastelanders, when all the humans returned and you had Foundation and Crater. You know how Foundation used to be a workshop and then it changed into like a place where, you know, there were humans. And then the Crater changed a lot. It used to be very dormant and desolate, very lonely place, and then all of a sudden there's people there. It's like, oh, okay. And then you had the dailies that go back and forth, and then you had Secret Service armor added.
Evacuation is in progress.
At least I think that's when they added Secret Service. Maybe it was there before. I don't think so, because you couldn't get gold before then. That would have made no sense. So yeah, our next task was to get Secret Service armor and get jetpacks, and it was just fun. Of course, the plantable dirt tiles, the grocer backpack, all that. So much fun. Did our tadpole things so long ago, like a distant memory. But yeah, we would group up and do all these things together. It was fun. My sister had a Fallout first, but our mutual friend, Savick / Wolf / Marina / Springy Otter never did.
Systems critical. Systems critical.
Warning, energy usage critical. Unsafe. Security bunker online. Take shelter immediately.
Apparently she's fine not dropping the diluted stim packs and the regular stim packs. So I'll just go with that for a while because that saves me cognitive overload. I can just... Now, of course, this is so much easier getting through here because... You'll notice she's not getting 50k XP each kill anymore because she's not in her Secret Service armor. I did put int on all 5 of her pieces that way, or no, I put luck on it, right? So she's missing 10 int from gear and 15 int from the unyielding. So she's down by 25 int. So she's absolutely going to get less XP. Makes me a little bit sad, but at least she contributes to the fight now.
Alert. Unauthorized personnel detected.
And the fight goes
Activating
faster.
defense systems.
So I'm exchanging a little bit of XP for more fights per hour. So that should hopefully help make up a difference. Whoops, I don't need to do anything with her. Okay, Whiskey and Psycho Buff are good. Luck and Int are good. Buffing two characters at the beginning does take a bit of cognitive load, so I can never time it out right. So there's always like a few minutes of waste where some buffs are dropping off, and then there's others that are still a few minutes away. If you look at the timers here, you can see that I'm like 2 minutes behind on some of those things. But that's just, you know, that's what it takes to get two characters in there with my failing brain. I wish there were a way to write the stats to the stream so I could watch it, like when I play back the YouTube video. So all of a sudden you could see something, you know, like, oh, I'm, you know, engaging in this kind of a fight, and now all of a sudden the frames drop and I can see, you know, the stats of when frames are dropping and exactly all the things that are going on. I'll have to look and see if there's a way to write those stats to the video stream as it's being encoded.
Please proceed to the nearest exit in an orderly manner.
Because I know, like, on this, when I'm streaming from the second computer here, I could opt to put a detailed analysis of what's happening, which I might do, just for giggles. I generally don't like shit covering my game world, you know, all sorts of stats and things. I don't mind if, like, it's tucked up in a corner or something, but the one from Steam Link just uses, like, the bottom quarter of the screen to throw shit all over the place. Like a giant chart of frame rates over time. It'd be nice if you could say, no, make that small and put it up over here. Okay, there we go. Oh, come on. What are you doing?
Warning, energy usage critical. Temperatures reaching unsafe levels. Security bunker on. Take shelter.
I mean, with Pounders, it covers a multitude of sins, like starting late and stuff like that. But I'd still rather finish sooner. It's the whole point of trying to streamline this and get things going at certain times, like getting him in while she runs in, and as soon as she's done loading in, then he's, you know, almost to the end and starting it, and then she runs in, and, you know, I'm like trying to cut all the times out here. So it's like he's still able to do everything that he would ordinarily do in the amount of time it takes him to do it, and she doesn't slow him down, because while he's screen loading, she's like right now running down here. So it's not taking any time away from what he's doing, because now he's finally zoned in. Whoops. If I can get the keyboard correctly. So now while she's loading in, because she's still loading in, he's running down here.
Evacuation is in progress. Please proceed to the nearest exit in an orderly
So now she's loaded in, and now she should be sort of running against the wall now. You can hear her.
Alert. Unauthorized personnel.
So that when I swap to her, she's already in motion. Now I just hit shift to sprint, come over here, and let her sit. Hi, over there. I'm deliberately not skinning her character because I don't think she has any good skins, plus I just didn't feel like it. Plus now I can easily tell them apart. He's the one in this dippy Red Ranger outfit.
Warning, energy usage.
I haven't even logged in on the Mac yet.
Unsafe levels. Security bunker on. Take shelter.
The one that's normally running the huge backup. log in over here. Make sure what's running, because I do want things to run in the background here. So he's in, right? Or is he not in? No, he's not in. Okay, so being distracted like that ruins my cadence. But what I will do is I will close this, close that. I think I have Crash Plan running as well. I need to pause that. But I think Crash Plan seems to honor the quality of service. Backblaze is weirdly written and does not seem to. I don't know if it's tunneling through the router in a weird way that the router can't intercept those packets and slow them down, or what.
Activating defense systems.
Pause backwards for 4 minutes. Okay. That's Crash Plan paused. You can see she dips down below half health and then right back up. Because she also has medics on her chest.
Warning, energy
If I were playing a low health build on either of these, they would be emergency protocols.
immediately.
Or a jetpack, depending on what kind of content I'm doing. Like if I have rejuvenators on there, I'm going down to, 18% health, so I'm in nerd rage, jetpack, the whole works. Because rejuvenators is like amazing. If I were full health, I might consider rad powered. Because not only does it erase rads from your health bar over time as you take damage,
This is an automated
or
message.
as you use action points to do
Evacuation is
things.
in progress. Please proceed to the nearest exit in an orderly manner.
I forget if it requires combat or not, but
Alert. Unauthorized personnel
Borked
detected.
jump.
Activating defense systems.
sometimes my fingers get twerked around and they don't hit things correctly. Come on, in front, in front. Goodbye, yellow text in the box. It's most helpful having her there, taking some hits and reflecting damage back to the shield. Now, why does it do that? Why is it stopping and then going again? Is that just lag?
Warning, energy usage critical.
I mean, it has to be OBS doing that, right? You know, like hogging the bandwidth? Because that almost never happens when I'm just by myself. Like, when I'm not streaming, sorry. I'm obviously by myself, but... Should I lower the stream quality? Would that make this behave better? Is it consuming CPU cycles and or GPU resources causing these problems? I know it's consuming a little bit more CPU because I put more complex plugins in the audio chain for my voice to try to unshitify the quality of this microphone. And of course, there's just normal amounts of, crappery and any kind of recorded signal that needs to be tamed a bit.
This
You
is
know,
an
compression,
automated message.
noise
Evacuation
reduction
is in progress.
through upward
Please
expansion.
proceed to the nearest exit in an orderly manner. Alert. Unauthorized
Yay,
personnel
good jump.
detected. Activating defense system.
Making sure she's running. I should try it with her just standing there and see what effect the robot spinning around does. Like, does it really harsh my buzz? I know he'll die just as quickly, but will it be a matter of him facing away from me when he goes inert? And does that make it hard for me to grind him down? Because I don't want to do anything to hinder phase 2, which seems like it's being hindered with alarming frequency.
Warning, energy usage critical. Temperature reaching unsafe levels. Security bunker online. Take shelter immediately.
Okay, back blazes up, and I'm going to just open it up and look at it. Yeah, it's not backing up. Okay, so let's just. I'm at 8525 as far as dropped frames goes. Maybe I can look at some online stuff about why OBS drops frames, under what condition it drops frames, other than, you know, the network bandwidth being limited. Like, is there something that I'm doing in the game that's using too many resources, so the streaming agent, whatever service is streaming, just gets
Evacuation is in
put on
progress.
pause or
Please
put on hold or
proceed to the
something,
nearest exit in an orderly manner.
or the bandwidth is now suddenly taken up with some other thing that this computer is trying to do.
Alert. Unauthorized personnel detected. Activating defense systems.
I have to imagine when I was doing the variable rate with the target bit rate, there has to be some sort of feedback mechanism between, you know, what the program senses is the dropped frames and the encoding side of it that sits before that. And maybe when you start dropping frames, it dials down the bit rate, encodes that so that it just sort of frees up the bandwidth. I don't know what the lag time there is. Like, uh-oh, we're dropping frames, better lower the bit rate. But then it gets lowered, and now all of a sudden there's tons of bandwidth, so now you've just lowered the quality temporarily, and the quality is lowered for longer than it needs to be, but you can't know that going into it.
Security bunker online.
Did it
Take
kill?
shelter immediately.
I didn't see the... Wait. What? How did she get stuck there? That's weird. This is what happens when I'm talking. Okay, I'm going to stop streaming because I'm getting way too distracted by the dropped frames. But this was fun. You can see what it looks like when I'm doing this with her.